Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Thursday, June 20th. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. This is, of course, not financial or investment advice. Let's take a look at the market here. Bitcoin is over 9,500, looking really bullish here, guys. And if you've been a subscriber to the channel, we've been talking about the support levels we need to build to work our way up to $10,000. And I'm hoping we can build a support level of 9,500. But of course, as you know, there's going to be corrections along the way up. So we might pull back to 92, 9,300 and then work our way back over 95. But we are headed to $10,000, where I believe we're going to see some FOMO start kicking in, because the headlines are going to be out there. Bitcoin at 10,000, headed to 15,000, and so on. You guys know how this works if you've been in the market for a while. Ethereum at $271, XRP at 43 cents. So Bitcoin really looking strong here, and eventually the alts are going to follow as well. So really good stuff here, guys. Now, something I wanted to share with you guys, and I always talk about having perspective. I talk about zooming out, looking at the charts, where we've been and where we're at now, because that's important so that you don't have tunnel vision with the price at this point, because markets move in cycles. We're still in the early days of this new asset class that is crypto. We're waiting on a lot of regulations. Infrastructure is being built. So you got to zoom out a bit. And shout out to the user Eric Cobalt XRP, who tweeted the following: when Amazon was under $10, some impatient weak hands that sold too early probably still don't get a good night's sleep. And imagine having Amazon stock when in the early days it was almost moving sideways and there was no, high price up, and it was like around $10 or whatever it may be. And then boom, it had its moment where it took off, right? Because it became mature as a company, starting grabbing a lot of market share and so forth. And you need to think about that with crypto as well, because we're so early, guys. A lot of people don't know about it, but a lot of the big players are getting into the market. Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Bakkt, and many others. A lot of financial services and products are going to be built around crypto. So we're not even at mass adoption yet. And you have to really think about that and be patient. So I wanted to share that with you, because think about having Google stock and Amazon stock in the 90s, right? And would you have been patient enough to wait to see what it's at now, where you could have made significant money, right? So food for thought, guys. Now, Brad Garlinghouse was at the Fortune, I want to make sure, Brainstorm Finance Conference. And this has been going on throughout the week. We saw yesterday Western Union CEO was there. So Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, was there, and he had some very bullish things to say. And I'm going to play the clips for you. So shout out to the user Dylan, who pulled the clips out of the obviously very long video that was published. So shout out to the user Dylan who did that. And some of the quotes: Brad Garlinghouse said, "I'm going to send a case of champagne to David Marcus, the head of Facebook's Libra. The reason is this week will be the best week of signed contracts at Ripple ever. It has been a massive wake-up call for banks." Facebook's Libra, if we saw Western Union stock took a dump, because right away people will be able to send money easily in small amounts, right? Which is a bulk of what Western Union's business is. And that's why MoneyGram was ahead of the curve by partnering with Ripple to use Ripple's X-Rapid protocol, which leverages XRP. Let me play the clip here for you guys.
This week will probably be the best week of signed contracts at Ripple ever.
Right. Wow.
It has been a massive call to action, because, again, Facebook kind of came out and said, we don't need Western Union anymore.
Right.
Well, if you're a bank, if you're Western Union, you kind of, that's interesting. And I think the banks realize that if Facebook is going to be a competitor in this space, they can't depend upon a technology like Swift to compete in the marketplace.
So I want to go to questions in just a second. So please think of.
Now, someone asked Brad Garlinghouse a question. This gentleman here, he gets, excuse me, let me back up here. Let me play the clip for you. That might be easier. And you got to hear this for yourself.
The Facebook announcement
has absolutely catalyzed contract activity. So we may have been talking to a bank, a payment provider for 6 weeks, 6 months about a contract. This has been a call to action. There's no question. I was texting with our head of sales, a guy named John Mitchell. He flies around the world more than anybody I've ever met. And, this is going to be a record week for Ripple.
So, to my understanding.
So, he gets asked a question, is this going to be, or is it like actual banks signing up? And he responds, yeah, this has been a call to action for many of those financial institutions who have been on the fence. They've been talking to them in the sales process, right? But they weren't ready to make the commitment. When they saw Facebook Libra launch, it kind of lit a fire under their ass, so to speak. And now they're all like, oh crap, we better get the ball rolling on this or we are about to be disrupted. New technology always disrupts the old, right? We've seen this time and time again. The perfect example is the technology that you're using to watch this video running on the internet, either on your smartphone or computer or TV, whatever it may be. So this is what's happening. And I think some of these financial institutions just had an awakening, right? Like, oh crap. Facebook just put the spotlight on the writing that was already on the wall. So Brad is saying, all these people that are on the fence, boom, okay, sign us up. And of course, that includes customers that will be leveraging XRP via XRapid, guys. So the future is very bright for Ripple and XRP. That's why I'm bullish on XRP. I also hold Bitcoin. I also hold Ethereum and others. Brad in the at the conference here while being interviewed also doubled down that he holds Bitcoin. He's long on Bitcoin and thinks Bitcoin will do well as a store of value. This is words coming out of his mouth. I'm not making this up. So guys, big things are ahead, and I hope you see the writing on the wall for yourself. Now, Facebook Libra, upon launch, has gotten a lot of scrutiny. A lot of regulators are ready to come down worldwide. And in the US, the Senate Banking Committee has scheduled a July hearing on Facebook's Libra crypto, guys. So the US Senate Committee of Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs will hold a hearing on July 16th regarding Facebook's new cryptocurrency, Libra. The hearing examining Facebook's proposed digital currency and data privacy considerations comes in the wake of calls from members of Congress to more closely examine Libra and its potential risks. Now, part of this, I understand they're concerned with data privacy because Facebook does not have a good reputation with that, right? We've seen issues with that. But also, you can imagine, guys, if you know U.S. politics, guess who's calling these representatives? The banks. Oh yeah, trust me, they're gonna be scared. Remember, a lot of these banks donate to political people in their campaigns, right? Hey, Senator, I think you need to put a stop to this thing that's happening here with Facebook's Libra crypto, and I'll donate $500,000 to your campaign to make sure that happens. That's how it works, guys. So Facebook's going to face a lot of scrutiny, and let's see what happens. But I still think, even though I personally won't use Libra, and I don't care for it because it's a stable coin, it will be beneficial for the crypto market. It is putting crypto on the map. If you saw the coverage that it started to get on CNBC Fast Money, Bloomberg, Fox Business, all these TV shows, right, related to finance and stocks and markets, guys, it's putting crypto on the market. On the map, excuse me. So it's going to be good. It's going to get people intrigued, the educational aspect and all of that. Now, it's not even fully launched. It's going to launch next year. They just put out the white paper. So, guys, get your popcorn ready. It's going to be interesting. Excuse me. Now, Russia also doubling down here. Russia will not legalize Facebook's cryptocurrency, official says. Now, yesterday we heard that they will be passing crypto regulations in the next 2 weeks. But it looks like folks in the EU and Russia, they are not on board with it. So it's getting scrutiny and pushback from a lot of countries. But as we talked about in videos a couple of videos ago, this is going to do really well in undeveloped countries, in unbanked countries, people who don't have access to a lot of banking and financing and so forth. In the developed world, it probably won't do that great, right? Because it's already facing legal scrutiny. So we will see how it plays out. Finally, Lightning Labs mobile app gets 2,000 downloads in 24 hours. San Francisco-based Lightning Labs, focused on a layered scaling solution for Bitcoin, released its first mobile app on Wednesday. According to Lightning Labs application developer Tancred Hayes. Roughly 2,000 users downloaded the app across iOS and Android. Both his inbox and his inbox of his colleague, developer Valentine Wallace, were flooded with support requests. So this is great. I've said it time and time again because I hold Bitcoin, and the Lightning Network is going to be Bitcoin's saving grace because it will allow it to be easily used for day-to-day transactions without the ridiculous processing times, the high fees that we've seen. So Lightning will certainly be beneficial for Bitcoin, guys, and it looks like a lot of different technologies are being built around it, a lot of different apps, and we know like the Square Cash app will be adding Lightning Network support. So big things are ahead. And what do you guys think? Think we could see $10,000 for Bitcoin by next week? I certainly hope so. And we know that the the FAFT will be releasing supposedly their crypto regulations, their global crypto regulations tomorrow. So let's see what happens, guys. But big things are ahead for this new asset class. I hope you see the writing on the wall. And as I gave the analogy here with Amazon, patience is the key. And things are looking very bullish for XRP because these FIs and banks and payment service providers are now waking up like, oh crap, we gotta get with the times, or we're gonna become like Blockbuster, right, and become irrelevant, go out of business. So guys, what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and also, did I mention everything? Instagram. So thank you guys for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.